Hey guys, it's Shozzy here, and welcome to episode 21 of the Berlin Dynamo series. Now, today's episode, very big one. We've got two, I would say, pretty decent games. First of which against first place Gladbach 2. Going to be a very, very tough game. However, we are the home team. And if you look at the league table, again, I will move the camera down to the bottom right. As you can see, we're currently in fourth place, and we're actually doing really, really well. Gladbach sort of running away with the league a little bit now. They do have a game in hand over second place Braunschweig. So, yeah, they're probably going to win the league, but again, doesn't really matter too much because they can't get promoted, and then it falls back into the next positions for the teams that can get promoted, which is the reason why we are indeed in that playoff spot at the moment. So we're on 44 points. We've got a game in hand over Karlsruhe, who are above us on 45. So realistically, we win today, we draw today, we will likely actually go ahead of them because we have the better goal difference. Of course, if we lose, we're likely going to stay exactly where we are, as every other team has played except for us and Gladbach and Freiburg too. They're on 41 points, however, they can't get promoted anyway. So our nearest competitor is Regensburg there. So they're 4 points behind at the moment, which is good for us. Anyway, a little bit of transfer activity as well. The window just shut today, actually. And we did a little bit of activity. Another thing to mention, Uzan has agreed a contract with a second division Turkish club, so he'll be leaving. Not a big deal. Try to get two more loan players in. Fernandez, solid midfielder, can play on the right as well. From Bayern, he actually went to Dynamo Dresden. Pretty funny. And then Diallo. Diallo's a one. I think he's the one that I tried to get at the start of the season as well, but just won't come to us. I'm assuming we probably need to be in Bundesliga 2 for this loan deal to actually happen. And if we can pull that off, that's a player on nearly 17,000 per week that we essentially could be getting for free as well. Anor had a couple more clubs coming in from him. This one was from Grua Firth. And then there was another second Bundesliga team Bundesliga 2 team that came in for him. Can't exactly remember who it was, but they're trying. They're trying to get the young midfielder or attacking midfielder away from us. It's worth noting he's actually become a natural in that left wing position. And as you can see, I'm not actually training him there, which is pretty cool. Stats are improving, dribbling, finishing. His acceleration's up to 15 now as well, which is pretty cool to see. His spirited personality's gone up again, so not terrible. As you can see, a couple of teams still looking to try and sign him as well. But the transfers, Sneijder's, of course, I talked about him. We set that loan deal up from FC24 at the start of the season, but he was still 17. And I believe, well, his contract actually runs out, or is that just our contract? Okay, that's just our contract. I was going to say that might have been a shout to try and sign him. But the other player here is Silaroglu from Karlsruhe, which is weird because they're in our division. But we signed him. He looks pretty good. I don't like his physicals, if I'm being honest, but I think he's a slight upgrade for that register position. Technically, I would say they're both upgrades, both him and Sneijder. So they'll probably, realistically, they're going to kick, where is he? Seebeck. They're probably going to kick Seebeck out of the position, which is fine. Because his contract is actually running out this season. And he's in a pretty big decline at 33 years old. His physicals are pretty much non-existent at this point. So I'm thinking maybe we try and re-sign both of them, see if we can get them both back in on loan for next season as well. I'd like to get Sneijder's purely for the fact that his contract might run out. If we get him back on loan for next season as well, we might be able to sign him on a free if we do manage to get to Bundesliga 2. So something to think about for the future. Yeah, Silaroglu, He's going to come into the first team. Anyway, we'll go over the recent fixtures. I'm trying to remember when the last episode was. I believe it was. Where are we? I'm trying to think actually what the last episode was. Let me bring the camera back up. It was this one, Braunschweig and Freiburg. So we actually managed to win the next game against Duisburg, bouncing back from that loss on the episode. A 4-3 goal thriller. As you can see, Struik and Meyer getting the goals for us there. Castaneda getting 2 goals back for Duisburg. Meyer getting a second goal for himself. They then got a goal back through Bakir. And then Jublovic in the 96th minute. Let me show you this goal. Kind of unfortunate that this wasn't actually part of the episode because I went nuts. I actually went crazy. As you can see, Jublovic running forward in the box and then bang. And I think I literally like screamed. Did the old fist pump and just really gave it a little bit. Anyway, the next game against Erzeberg. Still don't know how to pronounce this team's name. I'm never going to look it up. So we're going to mispronounce it forever. Struik getting a goal in the 3rd minute, and that was the only goal of the game. And Schock with a decent performance for himself there as well. We then somehow managed to beat FC Bayern 2. So Bayern Munich 2, 4-2 as well. Milic, the centre-back, getting a goal in the 5th minute. They got one back through Fernandez. Anor on the score sheet there. To bring it to 2-1 for the first half. They got a goal back 5 minutes in that second half. Bringing it back level. And then Akono in the 63rd. And finishing it off was Anor getting himself a brace against Bayern Munich 2. Very impressive. We then had the mid-season break, beat a local Berlin team 6-1. And then our new senior affiliate, Fortuna Düsseldorf, and we could only draw with them. Back to league action, could only manage a 1-1 draw against Regensburg, and again, probably, we want to be winning these games. Quite a lucky game, to be honest. 1 shot on target for them, 1 goal. 2 shots on target for us, 1 goal. But they had a goal disallowed as well. So yeah, Amadin getting the only goal for us in that one. We then could only manage a 2-2 draw against Victoria Cologne. Very disappointing result, this one. Very disappointing indeed. And as you can see, we're actually lucky. So Kono had a goal disallowed. They got a goal. Should have had a second, got disallowed. Amadin getting a goal and with the assist as well. Love to see that. They got a second goal to bring it to 2-1. And then luckily for us, a late equaliser. 92nd minute for Montag. Very good stuff. And that was another moment where I sort of gave it a good old fist pump. Anyway, the final game just played was a 1-0 victory against Stuttgart. Seebeck missing a penalty, 6 match rating, took him off the pitch. Pretty terrible performance there from Seebeck. And like I said, I think he might be past it. He's been pretty average this season. Anyway, Akono getting the only goal of the game there with Struik picking up the assist. They did also have a goal disallowed as well. They had 6 shots on target, but only managed a 0.39 for their XG. Very interesting. Anyway, today's lineup for this first game against Gladbach 2. Shocking goals, Montag right back. I mean, the defense doesn't really change unless I'm forced to. We got Lida and Milic as the centre-backs, Müller as the left-back. Myers sort of quietened down a little bit, but I'm still sort of keeping faith with him as our ball-winning midfielder. Siharoglu is going to be starting today. First game for the club for him. Jublovic will be in front of both of them. Struik on the right, Guja on the left, and Akono up top. And we'll probably get Snyders in as well, depending on how Siharoglu does. Let's advance. Siharoglu also counts as an under 23 player as well. So it does mean we have a full bench today, which is pretty cool. We haven't really had that for quite some time. also weird that Karlsruhe loaned us a player for no wages in the same division, which is, it's a good thing for us, but it's just a bit strange. I want to say don't let a good run of form come to an end. They're definitely the best team in the league, without a doubt. They got some good players. I should probably look at maybe loaning some more of them, or at least seeing if they'll let the players come to us. Anyway, my back to Milic. Into the midfield, Jublovic coming forward. Gudra's also been a bit quiet. Muller. Interesting cross. Doesn't really come to anything. Montag will grab it. Goes back to leader. Into Meyer. What are we doing with it? We're not really doing too much. We're just going backwards at the moment. Meyer with a nice ball out to Struick. In the box. Good pass. Good goal. Ono with an easy tap in. And we're in front. That's a solid start. Need more of the same. And we need to win. In the position that we're at now, I want to be getting automatic promotion. So the longer we can win, the longer we can stay in that automatic spot, which if we win today, we'll be 2 points ahead. It's massive. We do need to get promoted. What does he do? What was that? What was that? I thought I've seen everything on Football Manager before. I've played for over 12 years. Never seen that before. We move on. Let's move on from that swiftly. Shock really living up to his name there. Literally shocking me with his dribbling ability. He dribbles it into his own defender, and then they lose the ball. Go figure. Oh, Struick's going to get a red card. Oh, why? Why? We're in such a good position. 1-0 up. We haven't had a second shot yet. And we get a red card. I don't know. That's not great. It's not ideal. It's not ideal going down to 10 men. Although, hopefully they work a bit harder, especially defensively. That would be good. All right, Gladbach, they're coming forward. Jublovic back defending. That's unheard of. And they've hit the post. Still got the ball as well, which is very frustrating. All right, let's make a sub. I mean, Siharoglu hasn't really performed. We'll get the other lone player out there, Schneiders, who's not really match fit either. But at this point, I may as well. We also might go for Anor. We'll go for Gudra, I think. All right, we're waiting an eternity here for the Gladbach free kick. And it's just gone over the bar, which is very lucky. 20 minutes left. Shock's actually playing pretty well. 7.3 so far. Montag putting in a big shift as well at right back. All right, Milic, Meyer plays a silly long ball. Not really to anyone. Now Gladbach are going to bring it forward. Yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? What is he thinking doing that? It was nothing. It was... Oh, that's a little bit of a glitch there as well. A little bit of a bug. And we're down to 9 men. And we've given a penalty away. Cool. Yeah. Guess I'm gonna leave it like that. We've thrown this one away. I actually haven't had a red card in ages, as Gladbach do indeed score that penalty. And we've got 2 in one game. Leader with a 6.2 performance as well. At least Struik got sent off on a 7.1. And Gladbach are coming forward yet again. Is that Anor getting back? No, that'd be number 11, Kono. The striker is back defending. Luckily for us, that's gone out for a goal kick. Should we time waste? We probably should. Oh, offside? Surely he's offside. He's offside. Oh, come on. Few minutes left. I can't watch. I have to watch. Oh, that's such a good draw. How have we drawn that? The double red card and the penalty giveaway. Oh, that's actually really frustrating because we probably would have won that game. It does put us back in front, but we are on level terms now with Karlsruhe. A little bit frustrating. Struik, that is funny. Struik, man of the match, getting sent off in the 36th minute. And he got man of the match. Okay. Anyway, I'll join you. That's hilarious. Anyway, I'll join you guys back for the lineup against Bielefeld. Alright, so I made a couple of changes to the lineup. First of all, Heffernan has come in for leader, suspended obviously. Struik suspended as well, so Amadin's come into that left wing. Right inside forward role. If I can get my words out. I've also brought Anor in. Jublovic was playing pretty bad at the moment. So I'm thinking about giving him a rest. Who else? Seebeck. Seebeck's come back in. Wasn't really impressed with Siharoglu on debut. He'll get another chance, but I just want Seebeck out there. It's a pretty important game, to be fair. Gudra was the other one I was thinking about taking out of the starting lineup. I'll put a little bit more faith in him if he has a bad game. We do have Holtman on the bench, so that's an easy change as well. Let's go for it. All right. Bielefeld, they're not doing too well this season. I think they're in like 12th place at the moment. Apparently the form standings are even worse for them. So going to go out there, get a win, and hopefully put more pressure onto Karlsruhe as well. Try and see if we can make that gap a little bit further. A little bit, at least 2 points. Hopefully they draw or lose. Meyer had a header just then. Should have probably gone in the back of the net. And we've definitely started the better of the two teams. Another corner for us. Gudra. Going to swing it in. Cleared away at the front post. Amadin. Back to Gudra. Back to Amadin. Ooh, it's a curling effort. But it's just wide of that top corner. Another corner. Smashing the set pieces. And we've hit the crossbar. Getting closer and closer though. I do like it. Gudra does actually seem to be on the ball today, on his top game. I'm happy with that as well. Montag though, not so much, giving the ball away. And hopefully the Seebeck turning back the clock. When it was a terrible effort, but he was absolutely almost prime Messi there running through players. He's on a 6.5, so it's not great. Karlsruhe have just scored as well. They're currently winning. That's going to be a shot. That's going to be a goal kick, luckily for us. Yeah, Bielefeld could have snuck a goal there. They are dominating possession, which is strange. Mueller is another player sent off. Oh, God. We don't even have a left back on the pitch. So, let's do this. Let's go. We'll go for Anor. Anor for Siharoglu. He'll go into ball-winning midfielder, and then we'll put Meyer back at left back. I was going to go with Holtman, but he's not as defensively minded, and I feel like going down to 10 men, we probably want someone a bit more defensively minded. But what is happening? 2 red cards in the last game, a red card in this game, and that was a straight red as well. For this episode, that's so strange. I don't get it. Anyway, I'm going to encourage the boys. Still, you just never know if the shouts actually do anything or not. Because you do an encourage, and then Bielefeld have a highlight. Although, I think we almost won the ball back there. Almost. A weird-looking cross, but they're going to score. Sometimes I feel like you get into winning positions like we are now. So before this game, we were sitting in the automatic promotion spot. Then all of a sudden, we're getting 2 red cards in a game, or we're getting 1 red card, and we're just losing. It's just a weird thing. I feel like it does happen, and it happens to sort of bring you back down from where you, I don't know, where you want to be, where you are sort of going to, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. They've had 1 shot on target. They're in front. We're down to 10 men. It's like, I feel like it's happening a lot more on this Football Manager than it has previous versions. It's a bit strange. Anyway, knowing this game, they're going to come forward here and score anyway, despite us more or less being at full defensive capability as well. And that's going to finish a 1-0 loss. Yeah, that's a tough one to take. That's a tough one because we were in front of Karlsruhe, and now we're back to being a point behind. Albeit Regensburg, they're yet to play, so it could actually get worse, essentially. And yeah, we finally lose after 7 games, so frustrating. But we're going to keep pushing forward. We're past that second half of the season now as well. Not too many games left to go. That Karlsruhe game is huge. Absolutely huge. I'm trying to think, who are the other teams around us? Braunschweig, be a decent one as well. We're at Duisburg. They're a little bit lower. I mean, even Dortmund 2, that's going to be a tough one. You never know. Dortmund 2 can absolutely destroy you, or it can sometimes be an easy win. It's a strange one. Anyways, that is going to wrap up the episode, guys. I know it's not a great episode. You know, you draw with 2 red cards, you lose with 1 red card. But I mean, ultimately, that's Football Manager. I can't change these things. and we just have to work through it like we've been doing for the last 2 seasons. So I have faith. I have faith that we're going to get promoted this season. I don't really want to be in the playoff spot. I want one of those 2 automatic spots. I don't really want to leave it to chance. I want to secure our future and the future of the club and make sure we get to Bundesliga 2, and then we can work and hopefully rebuild the finances and go from there. Anyways, make sure you smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Hit the notification bell and you'll be updated with these episodes coming out in the future. Apart from that, guys, as always, take it easy and goodbye.